Danyahla speaks on GMS. This is a video giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai Hashem, Rakar Kodash. This is a video that was put up today on Black News 102, because you know Sarnetta has two channels. He has Sarnetta TV, where he puts most of his videos on Sarnetta TV, and also Black News 102. So the name of this video is Danyahla speaks on GMS and the Zion Lex. I guess as versus Captain Tazariak debate. So they pretty much open up with GMS, and Sarnetta had made a statement. You know what I'm gonna do? This is at the 1 minute 22-second mark. So listen good.
Begin. I heard you made a nation of gods and earths. Talk to us about your background for those who may not know.
All right, so basically what happened was I was raised a Christian. My family is from the West Indies. A lot of people can't tell that because they say I sound American. You sound American. So my family's from the West Indies, both of my parents. They came here, Christian background. I lost my parents at a very young age. You can never tell by. Yes, I've been on my own since I was 12 years old, like in the streets and everything. Like that's yeah. It's all good, you know. In life,
as credit to Danyahla's character, you know, if you got one parent that died when you were young, that's devastating. But both parents, so he goes on to say how he kind of had to make it on his own at the age of 12, which, by the way, that's when you become a man. So had he been 10, it would have been problems. So, you know, 12 years old, if you're pushing a corner, you become a man quick.
When you lose your parents, you know what I'm saying, you learn to adjust. You never get over it. My father was in the streets, so the streets took him out. You know what I'm saying? And my mother died of an illness, obviously, but did. My father was in the streets, so, you know, a lot of people I know that's adults, they're 40 and 50 years old, you still got your parents. Understand, I lost my parents at 12, and I'm still not over it. You never get over it. You learn to live with it, you learn to adjust to it, but you never get over it. So I was around in the streets, whatever, doing what I was doing, going to school, and I ran across some people that were 5%ers. You know what I'm saying? We had an enlightenment. I'm from Mount Vernon, New York, by the way. We had an enlightenment, so the dude was teaching me the 5% lessons, went down, got the student enrollment, you know what I'm saying, was reading up on that stuff like that. And I was also doing music. And I ran into these two dudes that had a record deal. They were down with Vance Wright. Vance Wright is also the guy that was with Slick Rick. And these dudes was with Vance Wright too. They had a record deal. They put a record out, and they got dropped from the label, and they were going to One West. And we ran into them, and me and my partner used to go back and forth with these dudes for months. It's like around 91. And in 92, they finally got me to go to the school at One West, and the rest is history. Ever since then. Now, I always say this real quick. I just want to say this. When I first went into the school, because people say, oh, you always been, listen, when I first went into the school, and the elders used to say some of the stuff that I say now, I used to be like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that either. So I didn't just go in there as a just believer like what people say. A lot of things had to be proven to me over time before I finally resonated with myself in the truth. It wasn't overnight like what people say.
All right. This may be a shocking to you, brother, but in studying and looking and doing my research through the YouTube,
listen good, as High Priest Ariel would say. Listen good of what Sarnetta is about to say. Now, Sarnetta could be one of the elect, because he sees things that even other Israelites can't see. He can clearly see that the mark of the beast is a microchip. And he's watched countless videos of us teaching, slamming that thing home.
GMS I'm talking about. Why do you think a lot of people shit on GMS? Because now that I'm watching a little bit of videos, I'm saying, yo, they right on point when it comes to the Bible. A lot of people don't see that. So we're going to talk more about that.
Yeah, a lot of Israelites don't see it. But we say this, and I said it over the weekend. I said, you're welcome to watch our videos. Just like we watch the different Israelite videos, y'all are always welcome to watch our videos. And if you want to get the true breakdowns, interpretation, especially of the prophetic parts of the Bible, you have no choice but to watch Great Millstone, and not just myself, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ricard, Apostle Rhyme, but the other elders that have come up, the brothers that was in this thing going back 20, 25, almost 30 years, and the men and the women, but we're focusing on the men that came in July, and starting from 2007 when we first got on YouTube. That's when the doors open up. So you got a lot of guys that came into this thing by watching us on video in 2007, 2008. A lot of them came in maybe at the end of 2007, 2008, 2009, and a lot of those individuals are still a part of GMS. So, you know, we go way back. And like I said, you notice that Sarnetta could have said, mention any camp. He said, I watch other videos and I find out GMS is on point. Keyword on point. Because what he does is, we'll say something, we'll go to the scriptures, he won't get emotional, and he'll go and study it and read it and maybe speak to other people and come to the realization that, wait a minute, GMS is always on point. We make it our business to be on point because the scriptures teach you about adding and taking away from the word. We make it our, anything that we say, we wholeheartedly believe, and we can prove it in the scriptures. So if you get emotional, you're not going to get it. So, Sarnetta said, he said something pretty profound. And the Most High is opening up his eyes. As much as we hated him and got on him, he sees things, you know.
Because I got some questions. As I'm looking at, GMS and the way they teach and the way they go in the Bible, and I'll be looking it up. I'll be like, yo, is these dudes right? And I'll be like, they right on point. Why do you think a lot of people go against them? Even in the truth, like the brothers that's in the truth goes against them.
Well, before Priest Danyahla answers, and me and Priest Danyahla go way back. He said he'd been in this thing for 30 years. Yep, he'd been in this thing for 30 years. He came in as a kid. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was like maybe 18, 19 years old. He came in as a kid. So I don't even remember what he looked like when he was a kid. He obviously looked completely different. He's a grown man. I guess in his 40s. But, hey, me and Priest Danyahla is cool. Even though he said in the video that we make videos and we get on and we curse him out and all that. But it's all good because we still love the brother. And hey, I pray that the brother make it. I pray that Sarnetta make it. That he fully, because he's waking up. He's waking up. So let's listen on.
Well, I'm gonna start with myself, right? Elder Tahar is one of my teachers as well. Now, don't get it twisted. I've been in the truth for almost 30 years. Next year makes 30 years. So he was back at One West. But when I was back at One West, Tahar was already a general back at One West. I'm a 19-year-old. Sorry about that.
It was 19, see? And during that time, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth, And I love this brother, Priest Danyahla, And even we know for cursing everybody out, but hey, at the end of the day, you're still Israelites. So, I pray that when the destruction come and the salvation come, I pray that the Most High save all of y'all, man. That's just me. Okay? Let's listen to a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a 19-year-old coming into this truth in 92. So I'm not putting myself on a level with Tahar, but I remember Tahar from back then. And I remember the Tahar from the House of David because we was there. So I already know how Tahar is, Elder Tahar. I already know how he is. So the way that he is how he's always been, right? A lot of people coming up today don't understand him. They don't know it from him from back then. So they kind of, with certain things that he says sometimes, Tahar's a little rough around the edges. Tahar's made tons of videos on me, against me, right? But, they'll be like,
that's true. And I even apologize. He even says that I even apologize for a video. I got it real raw, and he came back raw, so I apologize because, I said something to the effect of, I believe I said, priest, one lawyer's turnover in his grave, and I know that made him hot, which I said, no, I gotta apologize for that. And I did apologize for that, So, he knows me. He knows me, And yes, I am rough around the edges at times.
Laugh it off, because at the end of the day, I don't take nothing personal from nothing that he says, because I realize